All right, guys, this is Christian with Site Precision. We are a Topcon robotic total station dealership located here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. But we do have a customer base that spreads coast to coast across the United States. Today's video is just going to be a brief introduction to Topcon's new digital layout software. Topcon actually made this software specifically for building construction contractors. And as you'll see in this video, it's very easy to use, even for someone who isn't familiar with computers. So I'll be doing this demo on my PC since it's a bit easier to record on here, but the software actually runs on the tablet that you see in the picture here. Um, in this video, I'm just going to show you a few different things. I'll show you how to manually draw your own jobs in, how to put points on CAD or PDF files, and also some other cool features that the software has to offer. So when you open up the software on the tablet, this is going to be your home screen. This is where all your projects are. Um, each project can have multiple jobs inside of it. So reason you might want to have multiple jobs within one project is maybe, if you're doing a multiple story project and you want to have a different job per floor. So that's the purpose of that. A lot of guys are just going to have one job for each project. Okay, now we're going to click new project. We're going to create a new project. We're just going to name this one demo and add project. Now it's created and we can click inside of it. And this is our default job. So this is automatically created when we create the project. You can rename this if you want, but we're just going to click into default and go to our applications up here. And since we want to draw something in, we're going to go to create. And we have a few different options here. You can see we're going to go to enter plan for now. And we're going to select 0, 0, 0 as an origin point. And our first point 1000 is already created. And we're going to draw off that and put our distance in. So we're just going to do 10 feet for this example. And press the blue arrow and it just snaps the line with another dot. And then we can change the angle of the line and press it again. This one we're going to go 5 feet 5 inches. And we're going to angle it down. Go another 10 feet down. Snap that one in. And we'll turn, let's go 2 feet to the left. Let's make a little cutout here. Okay, we have that. Now we're gonna go back to the origin point, which if I did my math correctly, should be 11 feet and 5 inches. And awesome. So then it gives us this closure check here. And this is a really important feature about this software because that essentially tells you whether the job you just drew in closes out or not. So you always want to make sure you have that closure check when you draw something in. Another thing you can do is you can just tap any one of these lines like I just did, and it'll give you all your line lengths and your angles. Now, let's say we made a mistake on the drawing we just created and we want to edit a line. So we're going to go back into create, enter plan, and then edit. And let's say this line right here is supposed to be 4 feet instead of 2 feet. So I'll put 4 feet in the box. And now it extends the line straight outwards. And that line is still connecting from point 1013 to point 1014. The cool thing about this software is we can turn this move next points on, and it'll move all the consecutive points over to be in square still. And I'll press the blue arrow. And now the line we edited changed to 4 feet, and all the consecutive points after that changed to put everything in square again. Okay, now we're ready to set up our control points. And I'm just going to show this real simple diagram before we do that. Basically, your control points are any two known points on a job site that you're going to use to set the total station up with. So basically the total station is going to shoot those 2 points on the job site, and it's going to back calculate where it's at. Those can be surveyor stakes, they can be column intersections, they can even be corners or a wall of an existing building. Just any two known points that are on the job site you can use and you can draw in. And now we're going to go ahead and draw those in on our job. Okay, so we're going to go to settings, and then we're going to turn draw lines off because we don't want to draw lines, and change our point type to control. And we're going to select whatever point we want to draw off of. So let's say we have surveyor stakes says 3 feet off both of these back corner points, and we just drew both of our control points in. And you can see they're labeled CP, which stands for control point, obviously, and they're marked with a triangle instead of a circle dot. So that's how you know that those are control points and not normal layout points. Another feature in the software is calculate. So we'll go into our calculate application here. And let's say I want to know the distance between point 1001 and 1008. I can just click those 2 points. It'll give me the distance between those 2 points. It'll also give me the grade or slope if you're working with elevation, and the slope distance as well. And then I can tap another point, and it'll give me the area of this pie and the perimeter. Now, say I'll clear that out, and I want to know the perimeter and area of this entire building we made. So I'll just go around and tap all the perimeter points, and I'll scroll down here, and you can see the square area, even acreage if you want that. It'll give you perimeter. So this is just a really easy way to do all your calculations within the software itself, rather than doing all your calculations with a calculator. So you can also create an offset line very quickly in the software. So we're going to go back into create and then lines and then offset line. And I'm just going to select our whole border here, and I'll put my offset distance as 8 inches and press OK. And now that creates an offset line around the entire border. I can switch the side of it if I want to. And when I press the blue arrow, snaps it in there, and I just created an offset line with just a few button taps. So a couple more things you can draw in yourself. So we can do an arc between 2 points. So I can select these 2 points, for example, and put a radius in. I'll just do 5 feet. Then I can scroll over and change the direction. So we're going to change it to right, so it's on the outside, and enter that in. I can also do a circle around a point, so I can select 0.1000, for example, and again, I'll put my radius in and press enter, and that snaps a circle into your drawing. So now that we're done drawing our job in, I can back out of our job and go to our point list. And this will show all the points that we created, their y and x coordinates, along with elevation if you're working with that. And then I can go to our known points, and these will show the control points that we drew in. So if you do a lot of work with CAD, you can actually import a CAD file into the software and lay out straight from that. So here's an example of a CAD file I just brought in. I can click on any line in this file, and it'll tell me the line length. So I'll just click around here and show you that quick. And then I can click on the layers, and I can choose to turn on or off all these layers, as you can see. Another cool thing I can do is I can actually change the color of layers. So if I want this layer to be yellow or red, for example, I could change the color of that. Now, if I want to make points on this file, I'll go into my applications and then create, and then we're going to go to points and line snap. And then here you have a few different options of type of points that you can make. So I'll just do intersections, and you'll see I'll just tap 2 lines that intersect with each other, and it'll put a point on that intersection. So I'll just go around and do a few, press enter, and now all those points that I just made got put in the drawing. Now, if I do midpoints, it'll put a point right in the center of a line. Do a couple of those. Now, if I want to make points really fast, what I can do is, let's say if I want to put endpoints around this entire box, for example, I'll change my point type to endpoint, and I can open up my tools over here and choose my rectangle tool, and I can just draw a box around that box, and now it just snapped 4 points to that box. Last but not least, here is a PDF file. So this is one that I already put into the software, obviously. I already have some points created on here. We're not going to go over how to create points on it just because it's the same exact process as I showed you for the CAD file. But just wanted to show you an example of how a PDF file would look if you were to import one of those into the software. Okay, that will do it for this video. Thanks again for taking some time to watch this quick demonstration of the software. In the future here, I will be making a video out in the field that will show how to actually set up the total station and lay out points. So keep on the lookout for that. In the meantime, if you have any questions or want to learn more, please feel free to contact us at our office or email listed on the picture here, or visit our website, siteprecisioninc.com. Thanks, and hope to hear from you soon.